go to your local 99-cent store and buy products from the 99-cent store. Now, try to be a smart buyer since you don't have money, so you're pushed into that way. But try to look for products again that are cheaper and stuff that you can use. Like, even when I was homeless, I had to use deodorant from the 99-cent store because I just had to. But if that deodorant really didn't work for me, so I had to constantly be reapplying deodorant all the time. But I would definitely say buy your products from the 99-cent store or places like that where it's very cheap. I'll try to do a companion video with this because I do want to make this a series, because there are a lot of people out there who are homeless who need help, and so I digress. So whole products, buy things from cheap places. The second thing to do is now, these are disinfecting wipes, you guys. This is not what you want to be using on your body, but I would say buy baby wipes if you can, because at some point you may not have access to a shower and toilet and things that a lot of people are afforded. So I would definitely use baby wipes to at least freshen up the most important areas of your body, particularly if you're a female, which are under the arms, the private area, and your face. So try to do that, because you always want to stay fresh and clean. A lot of people won't even know that you're going through what you're going through if you are fresh and clean. So again, buy whole products, buy cheap products, disinfecting wipes or baby wipes when you can. You could probably 9 times out of 10 get that from the 99-cent store. Also, another thing to get from the 99-cent store is Ziploc baggies, because I think Ziploc baggies are so helpful when it comes to hygiene products when you are homeless, because you might be going to a lot of places that have varying degrees of cleanliness, and you always want to stay clean. You don't want to get some kind of disease or some type of infection from a dirty surface or a dirty place. So get yourself some Ziploc bags. So far that's at least 3 products that I've shown you. But get yourself some Ziploc bags, again, available at the 99-cent store, that you can get yourself so that you can be able to put your products within them. You only need about a few of them, and you can recycle and keep reusing those same products again and again. Another thing that I think, another tip for people who are going through transitional places, particularly if you're homeless, if you're young, I would definitely say is learn how to wash your clothes in a tub. So that's something that I did in the past. If you're in a situation like that where you don't have enough, you have to choose between eating and washing your clothes, or eating and doing this, I say choose the food and find alternative ways to do other things. So again, another thing about whole products is that if you choose something that you can wash your hair with, wash your body with, and wash your clothes with, then you've won. You found a winner. So products that, I know this is a bad example, but like Suave, this is Suave body wash. If you are in a very tight, and again, this is people in a very tight situation who are actually going through some bad stuff, you can take something like this, some Suave body wash. This is probably no more than $1 or so at Walmart, and you can use this for your body. I dare say for your face, I dare say for your hair, I dare say even for your clothes. If I was in a tight spot, I would have no problem using this one product for all those things, because of the fact that when you're homeless, you have to be mobile. You have to be able to walk and move about, and you can't do that if you're laden with all these products. And a lot of times, if you're couch surfing, if you're over other people's houses, they don't want you to take up that much space, and so you have to find products that can do multiple things. Now, one thing that I would recommend is not necessarily a cheap product, but Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. That's probably something that would better use for all 4 of those things that you could use probably on your face, your body, your clothes, for everything to keep clean. It's called Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. You can find it at a Whole Foods, a Safeway, places like that. But again, if we're like me in that situation and you only have $10 to use for a whole week, you're not about to use 3 or 4 of those dollars on no Castile soap, okay? Another tip that I have is to again learn how to wash your clothes in a tub, and a simple washing. It's just like you just use your hands to you know, wring it together, and you can use some simple soap, Dr. Bronner soap, whatever soap that you come up with. I think I would recommend bar soap over liquid soap, just because bar soap, you can put it back in a Ziploc bag and you can save the unused product. Whereas if you pour this out, it's poured out. I feel like liquid soap just don't last that long and it's heavier. So if you want to remain light and airy, things like that. Particularly in area of the hair, if you're trying to keep your hair together, I think a simple hair regimen for someone who has no money, you don't have much of anything. I'm saying you are dirt poor, you're trying to get through life. You just need, again, a simple Bronner's, Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. Would probably, you can wash your hair, and then you could probably use a simple oil. I mean, honestly, if you want to use a styler, you want to use like a eco styler. This is pretty cheap. This is pretty cheap. My only issue with this is the weight that you have to use to carry it, and you may not have a lot of storage space. And I think that if you're someone who's trying to save on storage space, then maybe you don't want that big old jar of that. So you could foreseeably literally have something to wash your hair and something to just oil your hair, be able to oil your scalp, and have a simple regimen. I probably would recommend, you know, lots of protective styles, maybe keep putting your hair in ponytails, dry styles, twist outs, braid outs, things like that, just because the fact that your hair is dry, it can formulate itself so that you don't need a lot of stylers and a lot of products like this to create any curls or kinks or whatever. So when I was going through my homeless situation, I was permed at that time, and I basically I permed my hair one time and I got really sick, had to go to the hospital, so I just didn't do that again. So I think it's from breathing in the fumes and having not eaten for a while. But I would say, you know, if you can be natural, try to, just because it's much easier. But whether you're dealing with permed or whether you're dealing with natural hair, your hair is still going to look like this underneath whatever chemicals or not chemicals you have. So I would say, again, simple regimen, shampoo and some oil. Now, if you need some conditioner, go ahead, go into the store and get a companion conditioner, something like that. To something suave or something like that, and you can deep condition with your oil. So again, I say use Castile soap because if you think about the range of things that you can do with something simple like that, if you make a $5-6 investment into a big thing of Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, you can wash your clothes, wash your face, wash your body, wash your hair, and then this oil, you can feasibly replace the teeth brushing, you can replace oil in your scalp, so you don't need grease, and all of a sudden, you know, those two products have done a lot for you. And so again, just on a personal side, stay encouraged. I wanted to make a video like this, not because I'm trying to encourage people to be homeless, not because I think that I'm just trying to get views or whatever. I'm doing this because I think there's a target population out there that a lot of YouTubers aren't really addressing, and I think the way people who've been through that and experienced that for themselves are here to say, hey, there's no shame in it. You know, I used to have two pairs of pants and 3 t-shirts, and I recycled, and that was in my senior year of high school, and nobody knew that I was going through homelessness at all because I kept myself clean, and I washed my clothes in the bathtub. I hung my clothes out to dry, and that's, you know, even being afforded an actual place to stand in somebody's garage, but actually afforded, you know, a place. So those are a few of my tips. Now, when it comes to deodorants and pads, things like that that are more personal, I would say just get you a 99-cent store deodorant. When it comes to pads, you can probably buy your pads from the 99-cent store and just go from there. I feel like I'm not a tampon kind of girl, but I feel like this would be the perfect time to be the kind of tampon kind of girl because it saves space and they're a lot lighter. But I read an article on toxic shock syndrome once, and I just couldn't be bothered with it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say on that topic. And if you are someone out there who is homeless, I'm gonna leave some information at the bottom bar so that you can stay encouraged and know that there are people out there who are going through what you're going through. Whether you're 40, 50, whether you're 17, whether you're 20, somebody who's gone through what you've gone through and they've successfully made it through it. And that's the emphasis, is that you're going through it. So it won't stop there. And I'll link below, if I can, the song that helped me through a lot of what I was going through. I think people probably gonna ask me, my hair is styled in a wash and go. It took all kind of products to get this deliciousness, you know, to happen on my head. And so I think if you are someone who has hair that you feel you can wash and go with, and something that you would feasibly do, I guess I would recommend Eco Styler Gel. It is pretty cheap. It's something that anybody can buy, but you know, that is, if you can have a $10 natural, like a $10 life regimen, like if you can keep all your body products and all those things within the realm of like $30 or less for the whole month, or even less, you know, than that, I'll link it below. Castile soap is a must, because you can do so much things with it. Coconut oil, or I would recommend coconut oil, because you can do the oil pulling with that, and that can replace the toothbrush and the toothpaste for a temporary time. And those two products can really get you far. And then when it comes to deodorant, any 99-cent store deodorant will do. If you're someone like me who sweats heavily, just keep reapplying. Make sure you have your baby wipes that I suggested. If you want to go to baby, this is a disinfecting wipe, but this is just an example. Baby wipes, you can just go to the bathroom and wipe underneath. And so again, the baby wipes help if you're someone who is just only has access to a sink and not necessarily a shower. So I'm gonna probably try to record this video again, because I feel it was scatterbrained, okay, scatterbird. But that's what I think. And again, stay encouraged. If you want to direct message me or send me an email with your situation, I can try to help you as much as I can. There are a lot of women's and men's shelters out there that are there to help people. I'll make another video as to why I didn't go the homeless shelter route at the time that I was going through my homelessness. But yeah, baby wipes, coconut oil, Castile soap, those three things will take your hygiene regimen to the next level. And I say, you know, really pare down on stuff so you don't have that much things, but just make sure you look clean, because 9 times out of 10 ain't nobody paying attention to you wearing the same outfit over and over. As long as you're clean and you're fresh and you have, you know, a jacket. And I think the main importance is shelter and food. And so this is just an outside thought of being able to take care of yourself and make sure your hygiene is up to par, so that, you know, you can get that job that you want, or whatever it is that you want to do, go to school, whatever it is. So stay encouraged. I started from nothing and I'm going to law school. So as this channel grows, I'll unravel my story as it grows. And so be encouraged. Bye. And ooh, hug.
Walk it by yourself. I know.